This program contains coarse language and discusses mature themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Ugly Couch Podcast. Today I'm your host, GediChef. I think there's supposed to be someone else here, but I don't know where she is. Darth Ginger? That's better.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light back on. Oh man, I need my glasses. Oh no. Oh, that was really good.
I wonder if this is how it really goes all the time.
Hi, Calvin, Julie,
You guys
love
should
you.
see behind the scenes.
I love you so much. Hi, guys. Welcome back or welcome to the Ugly Couch Podcast. I'm Darth Ginger, and I'm joined by the one and only GediChef, who's my boyfriend. How are you?
Hi, honey.
So we're recording this on May 4th, so May the 4th be with you. Going up on Friday.
And also with you.
Oh.
Everyone needs to say it right.
I said it wrong, so you got really buttered at me. But this is going up on Revenge of the 6th, so, you know, we had to do it to them. So, this is so exciting that you're on the podcast.
Well, I told you.
You did.
You hit 500.
Thank you guys for hitting 500 subscribers. I mean, there's 500 of you weird, nerdy, kinky people on here, and you know, we couldn't have done it without you, so I thank you very much. So make sure that you hit the like button, tell your friends, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you get notified anytime a new episode comes up, because we do it every Tuesday and Friday. So today, we're kind of just keeping it casual because, you know, with it being a Star Wars day, and he's a Jedi. Besides, you know, all the...
I'm Grey Jedi.
Yeah, you're Grey Jedi.
I mean, we've got Boba Fett, we've got Poe's helmet, we've got Han's blaster.
Yeah, and I'm over here just... I'm just Darth.
And yes, this cost me way too much money.
Totally worth it, though! Oh, no, ow, it's burning my hand. Okay, does work, okay. But yeah, we're just trying to keep it casual today, and, you know, we talk a lot about Fet Life, and thank you all for the responses on the last episode talking about navigating Fet Life, but, excuse me, dang it, don't put a burp, like, emote, don't do it again. But we met on Fet Life.
Yes, and I do believe it was a horrible Star Wars pun that I got you with.
It was, and so that's why it's so fitting that you and I are doing this episode together, because, yeah, you dropped into my DMs and did a good old Star Wars joke.
I believe it was something along the lines of, I asked you who your favorite character was, you said Darth Maul, and I believe my response was something, is that because you're always horny? Yeah, all the time. And that was almost 7 years ago. So it's amazing. Some days I can't remember what I did the day before, but yet I still remember that.
Yeah. It was, because back, you know, I just pretty much started Fet Life, and, you know, I was very skeptical of meeting people off of Fet Life, but you and I clicked pretty instantly on the site. So.
Well, I can't be a bit disarming. It's the Southern charm, y'all.
That's true, yeah, you're from Texas.
Yep, born and raised.
Yeah.
Too many years, too many generations. Now I find myself in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, because we've definitely, you know, since we've been together, traveled a lot. Because, funny story, how we met is we've been talking for, I think, about 3 months.
Something about like that, yeah.
There was a time where I was in my Jetta, and it was the first time that I was having like a big anxiety attack, and it was our first phone call. You were so nice and responsive and like took really good care of me. And then what? No?
What? No, I'm
I thought you made a face.
go right ahead.
And then, not too long afterwards, I took a trip to Vegas with my mom and stepdad, and I got lost in Vegas and missed my flight. And
Now,
what?
why don't you tell the truth?
What?
You didn't get lost in Vegas.
I missed my flight because I was doing weird shit.
And yes, evidently, I found out years later that this was not the first time.
Oh. Yeah. I get stuck in Vegas a lot. But actually, that was only the first time I actually got stuck in Vegas. I mean, I missed my flights, but I would actually, was able to get on another one. But this one, I couldn't. They were like, we have nothing going out to California. And you were very kind. And you said, listen, I can't take you back home to California, but what if this is how we meet for the first time in person?
Not true.
What?
We'd been planning to get together.
Well, yeah, we've been planning, but
and we were about a month or so away from that. And I told her that I gave her the option. I gave her the choice.
Mm-hmm.
She could come to me,
Mm-hmm.
or I would fly her home, and we would just delay meeting. It was all on her.
Oh.
I never forced her. I mean,
Hold on, wait.
I am the Jedi you're looking for, but
Sir. But no, yeah, you didn't force me or anything, but it was just kind of we saw this as a golden opportunity to be what if we're meant to get together sooner? And
I gave you the option, you took it,
Yeah.
and now I have my own little Sith.
And yeah, and we met in Texas and just fell in love instantly with each other.
Yeah, I think you were a little scared though.
I was terrified.
Within I think the first 6 hours, I completely destroyed you with my paddle.
Yeah.
And if any of you are on FetLife, feel free. You can go back through her hundreds of thousands of photos.
It's better for you to go if you organize it from oldest to newest, you'll find it, because that pedal turned my butt so purple and black, and just this one beautiful spot. It was amazing, and because that was my first hard impact play that I've ever done, and you treated me very well with it.
Yeah, you got to give aftercare.
Yeah, absolutely. Aftercare is super important. Don't just take any inanimate object and just hit someone and just leave them alone. That's just not cool. That's the equivalent of fucking a girl and then not getting a cum. Just we talked about the other day. That's how you know he doesn't like it. He doesn't offer you a cum rag after having sex. He doesn't like you.
So guys, if you want to do it again, at least just throw the cum rag out there.
Yeah.
Something.
That's totally fine. It's just a common courtesy, I try sometimes to give it to you, and you give it to me after we've given it to each other.
That's rare, because usually you're still not even fully awake by the time I'm done.
No. Yeah, that is a big thing that we're into. Is I like to call it soft CNC, because it's not it is consensual, but I'm passed out. But I am still conscious, and I would never.
I think the actual kink is sleep sex, is what it's called.
We should normalize sleep sex. Is that a big thing?
It is normal in this house.
In this house, but I mean in general, do y'all have sleepy sex when someone's just passed out?
As I perv through FetLife, I do see it quite often that females will actually post about wanting it.
Yeah.
They want to be passed out and taken advantage of, and it's
But in a safe way. In a
yeah,
sense,
of course. You don't just take a girl home from the bar and drug her, and
Oh, no.
that's a little sketchy and a little bit against the law. So I would advise not doing that.
Please don't do that.
Do it with a safe partner. Do it with your partner. Do it with pre-consent.
Thank you. I love that. We encourage safety on here all the time. Don't do that weird shit, okay? It's not cool. We don't condone that behavior here. But that was
We do condone to weird behavior.
We do.
Just not that.
Weird like this.
Yeah, just keep it within the confines of the law.
Yeah. And so what do you think was I feel like the whole paddle spanking thing was the first kink that you and I kind of got into, right?
Well, because you'd talked quite heavily about wanting to be spanked and wanting to know and everything else, and I just found the paddle, and yeah, I wanted to give it a go.
Tell the story about the paddle and how it became.
Well, to tell the story properly, we have to have the paddle.
No, we don't. If that paddle comes out, I will.
You see the
want
face?
it. I don't.
I still can't use the paddle.
I don't want
7
it.
years, 6 years later, I still can't use the damn
No,
thing.
It's beautiful.
So, as a chef, sometimes you get a little burnt out being in a kitchen. So I'd taken a break from kitchens for a few months and was working on a construction crew, and we were helping with this house. This house was in a ridiculous part of Dallas, and they'd spent a ridiculous amount of money on the materials and the plot and everything else for this house. I was cleaning up the site one day, and we were sectioning out because the siding and flooring that they were using on a good chunk of this house was Brazilian walnut.
Mm-hmm. I hate
They had
that name
spent
because I know it's good.
they had
wood.
spent way too much money on. I want to say thousands of square feet of this stuff. It was ridiculous, the amount of it, and it was everywhere. And I was cleaning up on one of the upper patios, and we'd been doing the siding up the wall, and I just happened to grab this piece, and the way I grabbed it, it had a perfect handle. It had been cut out for a outlet for outside, and it was about yay long. I don't know. I'm a guy. I don't judge distance or
Size doesn't
size.
matter. It's how you use it.
I don't judge size very well. For all I know, it could only be this big, but I'm going to say it was about this big.
Yeah, it's not that big. Yeah.
And
It's big. You're good.
and a Brazilian walnut, if you've never had the pleasure or displeasure of experiencing
It was pleasurable.
It's very light, but it's a hardwood because it's walnut. So you don't have to have air holes drilled. It swings very easy and delivers a wonderful crack.
And it's beautiful. And since you've had it, you had someone shape it up and whatnot, and really make it a functional tool.
Yeah, years later, once we moved here, I actually found someone who was into woodworking.
Mm-hmm.
He also gave me a cutting board, charcuterie board that is
really pretty.
made out of mango and inlaid with turquoise, and that's
so
one of our
pretty.
birthstones. So,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing because we are both, Sagittarius babies born in December.
Yes, and just for any of you, I hate Christmas.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're not okay.
No,
Okay,
I'm the Grinch.
And I love Christmas, but it's crazy how much we've been together and we've lived in so many different places. I mean, we didn't go so far. I mean, we lived in Texas, and then we lived in Colorado for a year, and that was a weird time for us.
Otherwise known as the armpit of America.
Yeah.
It wasn't the pretty part of Colorado that
No.
you see on the pictures.
Yeah.
No.
But the only fun thing was where we lived is that my mother, she had a restaurant that she was running, and she asked us to run it. Now, let me tell you how good and a bad idea that was, because that poor kitchen and that pool table got to see a lot of weird kinky stuff.
Again,
Holy shit.
pictures are on FetLife.
Yeah, please. The links are down below. And, we would spend a lot of time in there. I mean, there was, we broke the pizza paddle.
Yeah, I did do that. So there was a stone pizza oven, and instead of what most restaurants have, which is a wooden handle with a metal end, this place had a traditional wood, which is about 1.5 inch wide planks, and it's set up to go about 18 inches across. And yeah,
That thing didn't stand a chance on this ass.
it got split in half.
I think that's like one of our biggest things is steaking.
Well, with you being a brat,
Who?
the only problem is as a brat and being into kink, she literally acts out just to get spanked.
Yeah, I think that is...
It's no longer a punishment.
No, I think that's a really big definition, part of being a brat, because we seek out punishment. Whether it's, spankings, tickling, getting it in holes that we didn't ask for. But,
sometimes.
Yeah, and for you identify as a daddy dom.
Yeah. So, as a daddy dom, I consider myself more of a caregiver. I take care of her. I make sure that she's not doing things to harm herself or harm our lives or...
Yo,
Just,
I've posted photos of my bruised up legs, okay? There's no...
that has nothing to do with me.
It has nothing to do with him. I'm just a very...
She's a baby giraffe in high heels. What y'all don't see is that I have this apartment covered in bubble wrap.
I really want that to happen so badly. But no, you're very... So, how did you get to the point where you felt like... Because the thing that I, stressed about is that there's a lot of, younger guys or even older guys that come into the kink world and automatically assume that they're a daddy dom.
Well, and I don't want to upset anyone, but it does seem that a lot of males want to come in alpha. Oh, I'm male. I'm dominant. You have to explore. You have to have an open mind, and you have to find your place. I didn't label myself as a daddy dom. I was given the label because of the way I act and the way that I take care. But I do enforce rules. I am a bit of a brat tamer. I do have many roles that I would fall into, but predominantly it's daddy dom, and it's not something that I chose. Kind of like with my profession. Yes, I did go to culinary school. I never got to finish, but you walk into a restaurant and everyone's calling every cook and dishwasher and anyone who works in the back of the house chef. It's a title to be earned. And yes, I did earn it. I didn't create Jedi Chef out of nothing. And for those of you that are smart, there are hidden meanings inside of my name in the way it's typed out.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we're not going to get into that.
No,
if you ever figure it out,
that's a
good on you.
That's a good little Easter egg. Oh, I love that. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh, shoot.
But I've never laid claim to something that wasn't... What's a good way to put it? I've never laid claim to something that wasn't asked of me.
Mm-hmm.
So
you earned that title.
I earned it.
Mm-hmm. And you deserve it.
And I accept it.
Mm-hmm.
I've earned a few other titles. Some of those I don't accept. Asshole. But I do have a saying about that. I'm not exactly an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the whole ass. I'm a smart ass, dumbass, jackass, asshole. I'm the whole package.
But it's
Thank
so
you.
worth it. It's so worth it. You earned it. But so... Oh no. Oh no. There's more parts to that. It's terrifying.
I'll go put the barrel and stock on this,
No.
and I'll snipe you.
No, don't.
You know I will.
I know, all the time. So, because how long would you say, in your own opinion, you've been in the kink lifestyle? Probably, your whole life.
To be fair, my parents
To be
were... To be fair. Any of you know what that is? Give us a comment.
We like.
No, I grew up with my parents being swingers. My mom was very much a nudist. I don't think there was many of my friends growing up that didn't see her tits. And not because she was flaunting them for everyone. It's just because she hated wearing clothes. She was just that kind of a mom. She was nudist. She was free-spirited. I love my parents to death, literally. Yeah,
Dark.
dark humor. Sorry. Womp, womp, womp.
Thank you. No, that's great.
But so I was exposed to it in a healthy way at an earlier age, and it's just something that's always kind of stuck with me. And yes, I have had plenty of vanilla relationships. I was also married to a bisexual stripper at one point,
Yeah.
so I've had plenty of kink
Shout out to
relationships.
you, hon. I'm sure you don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't even think she knows this thing exists. Thank God. I don't want that phone call. But I just, it's where I find my comfort. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable taking care of you. I'm comfortable making you very uncomfortable at times.
There's that. Never had a man touch me before. Just kidding.
Wow. All right,
No.
guys, this is getting a little weird.
No, and you are, like, you really do fulfill the role of a daddy. You take care of me, and you put me in my place, but, it's all very understanding. And we have this beautiful relationship that came out of absolutely nowhere.
Well, I don't think it came out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, but
I'm pretty sure it came out of.
I was very young. I was 23. I was 24. I was 24. I'm 31 now. Sorry. I didn't graduate high
Math.
school. I didn't graduate high school. Okay, I'll use that excuse to the day I die. But with being with you, the past few years, we've gone through a lot of different kinks.
Yeah.
Our newest one is swinging.
Yeah, and we both really enjoy it.
Yeah. Because we talk a lot about on here, how people, most of the time, at least from my experience in the stories that I've heard, people, pour into swinging, whether it's, they both agree on it, and they say that they really want to do it, or more commonly known, at least from my knowledge, is, people cheat, and then they go, oh, you'd rather, swing together, like, I want to do this, that's why I did that, and it's terrifying to think that that's how it came up, but that's actually how, unfortunately, it came up with us. I own up to
Even
that.
though I tried to have an open dialogue about everything,
and it's just,
someone here has a weird kink.
yeah, I like to be with other people, and,
So do I.
Yeah, and so it was beautiful that we were like, oh shit, we could do this together. And so for the past almost 30 years now.
Once you finally came to that realization,
Yeah,
she
it
is a
took me
little
while.
hard-headed.
I am. But when we finally came to that, and now we've been swinging and having so much fun.
And that is a fun one. So we're not only on FetLife, we're also on Cassidy, which is a solely swingers website. Now, for those of you that know the two worlds, they don't always mesh.
Mm-mm.
So,
especially recently, we've been experiencing
kinksters very much embrace swinging as a kink for the majority, for the most part. Because you have swingers, you have stag vixen, you have cuckold relationships, you have all forms of swinging that the kink community embraces. But when you see people that come from the swinging style, when you start broaching that K word, and some of them actually refer to it as the K word.
Yeah, it's wild.
When you start broaching into kink, they push back and they're like, no, we're not kinky.
Mm-hmm.
We're just swingers.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. You let your husband do things to his wife while he's doing things to you, but you're not kinky.
Yeah. It's very interesting how that works out.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Just be a little open-minded.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing is be open-minded.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting how, swingers, they don't, at least I like to call them vanilla swingers because they just see, the basic black and white, we're just trading wives or, partners or whatnot. And all of a sudden we're like, oh, well, we like to do spanking. Like, they're like, what? We're just here to, we're just GTF. And all of a sudden we start bringing these little bits of the kink world, and they're like, is that okay in swinging? We're like, yeah, that's fine.
And
we had a positive experience the last time recently.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was definitely a time.
Yeah.
I'd managed to get off early, and we wound up meeting a couple at the club here in Phoenix. And
You can say what that means.
oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. They don't know.
But we'd met a couple there, and we ended up in the couple's room, and we were all four having fun, and there was another couple on the bed, and then more couples came in, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we've developed a few
Good
acquaintances,
Yeah.
and working on hopefully some friendships out of it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, as long as you have, I talk about this a lot, open communication and being honest. Because if you go about the wrong way about being swingers, you could say that you're a swinger couple, but if it's just, the female or the male going out all the time and never, actually, collaborating as a couple swinging, that's not swinging.
No, that's when you get into the either cuckold relationship,
right.
and you can be a cuckold or a cuckoldress.
Yeah, and if that's
There
what you
are-
want to do, that's okay.
That's definitely a thing. And, or, there's the stag and vixen.
What is a stag and vixen? What is that?
So, it's the kink version of a swinger couple.
Okay.
You have the hot chick who likes to get boned, and the guy who likes to get boned likes to bone as well. And so
So it's just a kinkier version of saying that they swing?
yeah.
Oh.
And instead of saying they're swingers, they put a label on themselves. Like I said, everyone wants a label.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a label. You really don't. If you want to just be open and exploring, go ahead. Don't go ahead and already give yourself a title. Explore the world, because there is a lot to the kink community, and there's a lot of people who are open and kind about it and understanding. Don't come to the world I know personally, when I came to the kink world, I thought I was dominant. I thought I was I thought I was such a dom. I was oh yeah, I'm gonna, dom all these guys. And the first experience I had, I was nope, super not dominant. Because one of my kinks is I like to, write face. I love writing face. But even now with you, I'm oh no, oh no.
And you can do that without being dominant.
I know, but I thought in my head that I was gonna take control. But nah, don't give me the reins. It's just I started to, then after that I started to consider myself a sub. But I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was having an interaction where he had brought his sub to a party, and there's a difference between being a sub and being submissive. You can be a sub and also be submissive, but there's a difference between being submissive and being someone's actual sub. And someone who I tried to be oh, well, she's a sub, she should, her play with me. No, that's not how that works.
No. You should always ask permission, especially if someone is partnered. Mm-hmm. Unless it's expressly written out that is one of their kinks, that they go around their partner, or their partner is blindly knowing but unknowing. Always show respect. I was raised in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Good old Texas boy.
Respect. You respect others.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just grab some chick by the hand and be all right, you're coming with me today, you're a sub.
That's terrifying.
No, you show respect. You show respect to the sub. You show respect to her dominant. You show whatever their titles are.
Mm-hmm.
You show respect, and you get a lot further. And believe me, over the years...
You've been with a lot of different people. Not to, call you a celebrity.
Oh, honey, I pale in comparison to you.
Yeah.
Even though I'm,
But you've been with...
a decade older than you.
I know, but what I'm saying is, you've been with a lot of people in, different lifestyles and, titles and whatnot, Because there was a point where I think that I wouldn't say that you were, submissive, but you were with an older woman, and, you let her take care of you.
Oh...
In a sense.
So that's not really submissive. She was actually truly submissive.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would she get up and make breakfast and get her kids ready for school, but at the same time I was getting ready for work, she would make sure that she always got in the shower with me. She shaved my head every day for me. She made sure I had breakfast ready and hot and coffee, and she was very, very, very submissive to me. Just because she just because someone's older does not mean that they're the dominant.
Right.
But that there have been times, and I found out through experiences that I'm not really submissive.
No.
I'm understanding.
Right. Yeah.
I'm patient, and I'm open-minded. But submissive is no. That's not in my wheelhouse.
I might be Darth Ginger, but he runs the show. Like, you make all the calls, and that's what I love about relationship. It's a very beautiful dynamic of, you are taking care of me, but you, unless it's like when it comes to like us like trying to pick out what we want for lunch, then it's just
any guy knows.
Any person
knows.
Any person knows.
You ask what she wants for lunch, she's gonna say, "I don't know," or "I don't care."
But if you ask me for a cream pie in the morning, sure.
I don't really ask.
No.
Again, we're going back to that. We digress here. But, that's just a lose-lose situation, guys. So either learn to starve or starve her until she figures it out and says something. I mean, that...
Duly noted.
that was a little wrong, but, hey. No, it's just a lose-lose. You never lose. Because you pick and you're wrong. You... wait for her to pick, and you're both hangry, and then there's an argument, and you're wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So, what has been like one of your favorite kink experiences that you can just think of? Sure. I know you've had a lot because you've been in the lifestyle for I feel like 20 plus years.
On and off, yeah. I don't know. I just enjoy the lifestyle. There's nothing really that just always stands out to me. It's just a pure enjoyment of the moment. I don't like to continually look back. I know what I've done. I know what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy.
Jesus knows.
Just so y'all know, she's going to pay for this later.
Oh, you better believe that's a pattern.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you've been in the lifestyle forever. You've gone through a lot of.
Like I said, on and off. I have had vanilla relationships. I've had kink relationships.
You've never been vanilla.
Hey, it's my favorite ice cream.
That is true. I was going to say we have your vanilla ice cream coats in the freezer. We do love vanilla, but it's very interesting to think of someone because I don't remember transitioning into the vanilla lifestyle because I lost my virginity at 13, and I was like, I'm obviously not vanilla. That's just not who the heck is losing their virginity at 13 and just goes into the vanilla world. It doesn't make sense in my head. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have, but
that's actually probably more typical than you would imagine.
But I knew that I just was okay, I like doing weird things. If you want to put a finger in your butt in the shower, okay, cool. I'm gonna make that a slogan. I'm 100% gonna make that a slogan.
You gonna bring it back?
I'm gonna bring it back. But because for me, I know that some of my favorite kink experiences with you. We played disc golf, and there's nothing better. We just found a new course. I'm not going to tell the name because I don't need you guys finding us because then we won't be able to make the content and post it. We play disc golf, and I love going out outdoors and being an exhibitionist. And
you do very much enjoy public play.
I do.
And again, I'll refer to the galleries. Go through, take a look. Just don't be one of those ones who loves 9 million photos. You don't have to put love on everything. Enjoy the content. Love the ones that you actually love. Don't just hit love on everything.
Okay. Is that a thing that you don't like on FetLife? Is when they just love everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because so my profile may not be as big as yours, but usually when I include you in the content, it does get a lot more traffic. And then all of a sudden, out of the few people that are newer to my profile, someone will find one thing because one of their friends loved it and it showed up on a feed. And then all of a sudden, they're in my photo gallery and I'm not like her. I'm not used to 99 plus being at the top of my FetLife all the time
It's a little
for
bit
everything.
right now.
And when I open it up and I see that, and I'm like, oh God. And it's usually just one or two people, and they've gone through and loved everything that I've ever posted over the last 8 years of being on FetLife. And yeah, to get to the stuff that was an actual notification of someone that I may be interested in returning a follow to scroll through that and get to what I actually need to see in my notifications is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
This girl and her team and those that have the larger profiles, I feel for you. That's why I don't do it. I'll go through 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah. And
But
you'd rather people
just-
be more honest about how they feel, just not like spamming. Because, that is a hard thing, having a bigger profile that, I'll post, something and just it gets a lot of likes. And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it, but I don't want you to like something to maybe like be like an attention grabber kind of thing, and it's a very hard
Well,
struggle.
you're not on there to be an attention grabber.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's,
I like
and there's
posting.
plenty of them, and that's fine. If that's what they want, that's what they
shout
want.
out to you OnlyFans girls. Get that money. I support you, okay? It works. But that's just how it is. That's just good marketing.
Yeah, I mean, and nowadays, especially since COVID, everything is a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Everyone sells themselves or sells something.
Yeah.
Just remember, we're coming for your wallet.
But that must be such a struggle because you are actually, when you go on that life, you're a small profile, but you actually go through and like the things and comment on the things that you honestly like. You're not just like spamming just to get someone's attention. You actually sincerely appreciate that post.
Yeah. If I show love on something, it's something that's caught my attention, either with my eyes or with my penis.
Because
but
there are some times where I know that like I've noticed like straight guys are liking posts of your penis. And it's like
and some of the messages
and
those guys send me are even weirder.
Yeah, and maybe they're secretly into that, but their profiles will be talking about how they're, strictly straight, only into women, and I go back and I look at it and I'm like, why are you liking this? Like, do you honestly like it? Like, and if they're secretly like into that stuff, you haven't come out of the closet, it's fine, but like, you're coming off with this weird message of, liking all, what you have, like, maybe like
Again,
200 photos?
I go back to my statement.
Yeah.
Be open and honest with yourself and with others. It's the best way to live life.
It really is. Like,
It's a little bit harder sometimes,
Yeah.
but
you get a lot of,
good God, it's a lot less stress.
you get a lot of judgment and whatnot, if you're too honest. Because I know that for me, I'm sometimes way too honest. I've gotten a lot of flack about that just because I hit the age of 30 and I said, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to say what I want, how I feel. If I don't like you, if I do like you, and it's really hard. What? Why are you giving me that word? What? Tell them. What?
She's always kind of said, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
That's why I'm a daddy.
There's
I have to keep her in check.
there's some things that I'm like,
Through her genetic code, she loves to do this thing called pick up the spoon and stir pots. And I have to remind her, put down the fucking spoon. You don't have to stick your nose in everything.
yeah. Well, that's just being a good journalist sometimes,
Okay, TMZ. She's coming for you, TMZ.
What up, TMZ? Come at me! I'm coming for you! Hell yeah! Welcome to the Ugly Couch. This is it. Because we have our Star Wars blankets on here. You can't see them very well, but we have like our Star Wars pillow and everything. We're full Star Wars. We're the biggest Star Wars nerds. I mean, we're dark ginger Jedi.
Have you ever given a tour of the apartment?
No.
Okay, I guess that's not going to happen
Not
this
gonna
time.
happen.
But,
No, I'll do that one.
there's Funkos and
Yeah.
cards
They're in the
and
background
R2s.
sometimes. More
and,
people are worried about Joffrey. They care more about Joffrey.
oh, you mean your kink skeleton?
I've done nothing. There is proof. There's proof. Well, that's out there now.
Don't forget, he just hangs there tied up.
It's just, I just
And it's not even good shibari tie. No. This is hair ties.
It's just a hair tie. It's just one hair tie. Oh wait, no, he is. No, that's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me out. Thank you so much.
You're the one who wanted me on here.
Yeah, and it's been fantastic, and you're gonna have to come back on because I feel like we have a lot of different stories to tell, like certain things, like experiences that we had that we could go pretty in depth with, but to give knowledge that, it's definitely, if you're vanilla, don't be afraid. We're really friendly people. I mean, look at us. we're so
We're just
friendly.
fucking nerds, people.
We're just fucking weird, and we do weird shit, but I could never imagine a different life than with you, and all of the beautiful things that you and I both experience, whether it's new for you or new for me, and we're still here. I don't know how, but I'm happy with it, and I love you so much.
I love you too.
It's an incredible experience, especially if you could find, it doesn't have to be like, a certain partner. It could be just, with other kinky people. We're a great community. There are some people that are out there that think feel negative, but I promise you, the good is, I didn't want to finish that sentence. I'm a Darth Vader costume. But the good does, I don't even know the fucking phrase. The good powers over the evil? Sure. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I'm doing here. Neither do you. What's up? But thank you so much for being on here. Is there any other words of wisdom that you could give to the viewers? A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Just one. Just one for now.
Prior preparation prevents catastrophe.
Ooh, that's
words I live by as a chef.
Yes, you say that almost every day, and that's really awesome. So, make sure you have a comment.
I say it multiple times a day. Mm-hmm. And if anyone knows where that quote comes from, leave a comment. I'd love to find my fellow chefs.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not going to give it away.
Oh. Give it away. No.
You're the one who gives everything away, honey.
I do. Well, happy May the 4th be with you. This will be going up on Revenge of the 5th, but we are celebrating it. Shoot the camera. That'll be funny. You missed. Retake. Hold on. There you go. Well, thank you guys so much for coming back to the Ugly Couch Podcast. The Ugly Couch Podcast. Or welcome. We post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to give a notification for when we upload, and May the 4th be with you.
That was probably the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
Sure fucking was. Bye! And then let's do some weird Star Wars sounds. No. Not copyright.